Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week, I want to talk about a dumper's social media behavior. Does your ex want you back? Pretty much everyone uses social media today. Well, almost everyone. And after a breakup, both sexes are usually watching what the other one is up to. So, if you've been broken up with, is it possible to know from what your ex is posting whether you have a chance to get back with them or not? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful No Contact Army. If you are having trouble staying in no contact, be sure to download my app Silencio. The link is underneath every single video and every single podcast. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Okay, so if you have an anxious attachment style and you're not going to be able to control yourself if you see something that your ex posted that triggers you, then I would suggest that you do not check their social media and that you mute their posts and stories. Otherwise, it's going to be very easy to break no contact because you're going to be connecting dots that aren't even there. I wouldn't recommend blocking just yet, but if you are not going to be able to stay away or mute, then please, yes, block. And I've done a video on that, and I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. However, if you have an avoidant attachment style or a secure attachment style, I'm not worried about you. I know you're not going to break no contact, so go ahead and check your ex's social media. Not a problem. Okay. So let's say your ex is posting positive things, right? After the breakup, their posts are positive. So you may be thinking, wow, do they even care that they've broken my heart? But remember, people show you what they want to show you on social media. They control the narrative. Doesn't mean that they aren't thinking about you at all. Doesn't mean they're partying all day, every day. They may be just trying to distract themselves. They're focused on themselves right now, especially if they're in the relief stage. So they're not posting to make you angry or make you think that they don't care. Maybe they're trying to convince themselves so that they'll feel better than they actually do. And maybe they're trying to make you jealous to provoke an emotional response from you. But remember our No Contact Army slogan: we don't react, we do no contact. And that's how you shift the power from your ex to you, when you show that whatever they post, you're not reaching out unless you cheated or took them for granted. Now, what if they're posting negative things or unusual things? You may think, oh, they're trying to get me to contact them. Well, too bad. If they want you to contact them, they're going to have to reach out because you're not contacting them. Unless, of course, again, you cheated or took them for granted. And by the way, the definition of taken for granted is that they did not feel that they were important to you, that they did not feel they were a priority for you. That's what I mean by take for granted, okay? But most of the time when they're posting negative or unusual things, they're not trying to get you to contact them. They think that they can just reach out to you and you will probably respond. But again, they don't know that you joined the No Contact Army and that you will not be responding for breadcrumbs. So if they're posting negative things, they may be looking for sympathy and support from others. So don't think that they're expecting you to reach out. Allow them to go through their sadness and their depression. And as bad as this may sound, the worse they feel, the better actually it is for you, because the more likely it is that they will reach out to you. So definitely don't think, oh, they're in pain, they're hurting, I must reach out. No, let them go through their pain, so maybe they'll reach out to you. Again, unless you cheated or took them for granted. Now, here's the big one. They're watching your stories. Does that mean they want you to contact them? Probably not. Now, even if it does, again, too bad. They're going to have to reach out to you. It could be curiosity. And many times your ex will watch all your stories, every single one of them, and then at some point block you. Now, not all exes do this, but I've seen this happen often enough. So I want you to be mentally prepared for that possibility that, yes, right now they're watching all your stories, but one day, poof, they might be gone. Maybe they want to see how you're handling the breakup. And if they're feeling guilty, they're hoping that through your stories, they'll find out what you're actually doing. And they're hoping that you'll show that you're okay, and that way they can feel less guilty. And also, keep in mind that people's feelings do not disappear overnight, even though they break up with you. So they may still have feelings for you. Again, doesn't mean they want to get back together right now. But obviously they're still going to have feelings for you. So they want to see what's going on. Now, don't start over posting, because that would be a way of actually breaking no contact indirectly. Meaning, if you usually post once a day and suddenly you're posting 3 or 4 times a day, then they're going to figure out it's for them, okay? So unless you're going to some event, a wedding, a party, whatever, where it's appropriate to post multiple times, multiple photos, videos, then go ahead. Otherwise, there's no need to overpost if you normally don't post a lot. And if your ex was watching your stories and then they stop and it affects your mental health, then you need to block them. Again, I'm not into blocking, especially in the first 2 months after a breakup, but mental health comes first. And it is a good sign if they're watching your stories, but don't necessarily think that it means that they want to get back together. Again, they need to make a move, not you. And by the way, if you're enjoying this so far, be sure to hit a subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. Okay, now, if they are posting more than they normally post, they may be trying to get your attention. So depending on the reason for the breakup, they may be trying to get back at you and show you that they don't need you in their life and they're happy. If they're showing off the new person, especially if they rarely or ever posted, then they may be trying to get your attention. Most people don't post a new person right away. They wait to see how it's going to go, right? And some people never post a person they're dating, or they may show an occasional arm or leg. Haha. But you are giving them power by giving them attention. So you're not supposed to be watching their stories anyway. That's a way of breaking no contact. And if you are watching them, then you're going to have to start the count all over again once you stop watching them. And then finally, if they're showing achievements, they want to show that they are doing better now, and they're hoping that you'll reach out to congratulate them sometimes, and sometimes not. The fact is, we can't ever be totally 100% sure that an ex wants us back based solely on their social media. And even if they say something like, "Oh, I wish you were back," even if it seems to be that direct, and yet they broke up with you, you still cannot reach out. They need to make the move. Okay? So it's not just the stories that will give you the answer to the question, does my ex want me back? That's just some part of it. You have to wait for other signs, which I've talked about in other videos. Okay? And then finally, I actually have a little success story, because I don't do success stories videos anymore, but I do add them to the videos once in a while. This was my client, and she finally heard from her ex. Okay, she goes, "All right, Lucia, I was super anxious the whole time." I know. She was constantly posting in the comments on YouTube. I was like, wow, this girl is having a tough time in no contact. Been in no contact for 80 days. I ignored him. So he originally reached out to her on day 45, and I said, nope, do not respond to that. Then he reached out again on day 59, and again, she did not respond because it was a breadcrumb. And she was starting to doubt my theory. She's like, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Have faith, girl, have faith. She goes on to say, he flew across the country and showed up at my door today and begged me. I'm going to tell the other coaches about this that make videos saying not to ignore. Yeah, they don't care. they're not going to change their minds, okay? They've already set their flag in the sand about which side they're on, and they're telling their clients to never ignore a message. They're not suddenly switching sides. So, but thanks for offering. I didn't expect this. Well, you should have. Keep telling you guys, if you just ignore the breadcrumbs and do no contact, you never know what can happen. You'll hear from them, and they may even show up at your door. Okay? So now I want to hear from you. Which of these behaviors that I just described from your ex's posting behavior, which one of these behaviors is your ex doing? And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, just like the girl whose comment I read, or is she a woman? Is she a girl or is she a woman? Who knows? If you'd like to get my help, contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. The direct link is below every single video and podcast. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.